At the recent Miccosukee Arts and Crafts Festival, we learned from talking with some of the artists there that the First Nation communities are raising awareness to the threats of environmental protections with a movement known as Idle No More. In fact, some community leaders like Chief Theresa Spence are literally dying to meet with the Canadian leaders to discuss these important matters.
What's happening in Canada right now with the government over there? People were saying that they are attacking the treaty that was in place. It seems like they're not really attacking the treaty, it's what's underneath. The Protection Act of the water is being redone so the government, they can run pipelines or hydro lines and whatever, they can build dams or anything they want to across those waterways. And I'll say 70% of that is probably Native people's territorial, and their reservation are there reserved. So the government wants those rights out of the way so they can control whatever they're going to be going through there with it.
In 1886, they implemented an act, and that was, for the water. And so now in December of this year, they're now implementing this new act that's going to do away with that protection, 99.9 protection of those water that we used to have.
An act that was in place when Canada became a country, and up in the northern area, it's the Indian Act, they call it. Actually, the Indian Act was written up for the people that was in South Africa when the British was over there. And that's what those documents and everything was made up for those people over there. Instead, they came to Canada and they used it in Canada before then, and before Canada was British. So those were in place as an Indian Act. And now we can't even live by that Indian Act. It's more destructive as a Native person, because and all they're doing is they're taking the Indian out of us, and that's what's all in that law to where. So after that, after everybody, there's no more Indian, they can do whatever they want to, because they forget that we are the caretakers of this land. When the bill was getting introduced into the House over there in the Parliament building last month, some of the chiefs trying to get in there to be involved in the meetings, and they closed the door on them. So I think that's where it really lit that little fire up. So
yeah. I think the more people that are involved, the better it will be for all nations. That awareness, the importance of this.
One of our chiefs from Ontario, her name is Theresa Spence. She's on a hunger strike. Today probably her 14th day.
14th day, and she's from Miccosukee. And she was very determined, to put up a stand, this can't be happening, to our people. And she said that she would rather die for our people than, to try and make her point. Ron and I went to a big protest in Ottawa, and we were part of that, and also was there for Chief Theresa Spence at where she was exactly at. We were there doing the sunrise one morning, and we prayed for her, to give her that spiritual strength. Throughout Indian country, Anishinaabe country, there has been many rallies to make awareness to other people. In Montana, where my daughter lives, there was and it's all done in a very peaceful way, peaceful manner. They bring hand drums like this out, and they sing. and they round dance. You know, this is how it's been happening throughout different parts of the world, even New Zealand.
Right now, the people in Russia, Siberia, there's some indigenous people there, and those are being affected too in the same way as the minerals and the oil drilling going on. They're destroying the way of life on the waterways. And the Great Lakes, it's going to be one of the last fresh water left here on Earth. And then people don't realize that. And it's going to be just the same like in the Middle East where the oil's product is. And that's what's going to happen here too if we don't wake up and see what's going on.
You know, that we have to look 8 generations. What is there going to be, you know, for our children, our great-grandchildren, and so on. You know, we have to think of those generations that are coming.